Welcome. If you cannot pay your child support as a result of unemployment or illness, they will implement what's called the enforcement. And the enforcement is they will take your driver's license. However, in New Jersey, they cannot take your driver's license as a result of a landmark case. And you can extend that case into all 50 states, which means you can get back your driver's license in all 50 states. Let me explain. If you're experiencing the suspension of driver's license due to non-payment of child support, then the strategies we're discussing here applies to all 50 states. My apologies for stuttering, but I would like to impart to you the information that I have. So, supporters of the driver's license that says, if you cannot pay your child support, then the privilege will be suspended. On the other hand, critics says, if I don't pay my child support and you suspend my license, then I cannot work, I cannot go to school, I cannot do anything. There lies the dilemma. So the case law called Kavas versus DMV of Mercer County, which was decided in 2019, the automatic suspension of driver's license violates the due process and the fundamental fairness. And the automatic suspension of driver's license, it was immediate. They give you about 120 days. And fathers cannot contest it. In other words, there is no process for the father to contest or, go to court and object to the driver's license. So Judge Mary Jacobson wrote 187 pages, and she says the driver's license will be stopped. The controversy was the driver's license suspension. It applies to all 50 states. So here is the letter for New Jersey. The governor is Chris Christie, and the case law is Ramon P. Martinez. So the Honorable Mary C. Jacobson of Criminal Court send a letter uh, to the government and say that the suspension of driver's license need to be stopped. And they address it to the DMV as well as the Department of Children's Services. Let's look at the top 5 for the child support program. Child support is a federal program, and they report to Congress of the United States. For 2022, it's called the administrative wage garnishment, which is 45 CFR 302.32. So the most money from child support is Texas, $4.5 billion. California, $2.6 billion. New York, $1.8 billion. Ohio, $1.6 billion. And Florida, $1.5 billion. These are the top 5 reported for child support program. And as you know, Texas makes the most money, even though they are half the population from California. Here in New Jersey, the father filed a lawsuit and won in New Jersey. yes, you can sue the child support because they're acting under what is called the color of law. Preview that video. Here are some other states that does not practice the suspension of driver's license, which is Missouri. The incoming prosecutor, Wesley Bell, says that he's no longer participating in the suspension of the driver's license program. And also New York. New York also does not participate in the child support program. However, they have what is called a restricted driver's license. If you'd like me to do a video, please comment below. Here is the driver's license suspension program. It's statute 22 CFR 51.70. It says the states have statutory or administrative provisions that restrict driver's license as well as professional license. However, you can sue the Department of Motor Vehicles because the Department of Motor Vehicle is a private parties, and they're acting as a state actor. But the problem is the 11th Amendment immunity is not available to them. And the case law is Bell versus Burson, 402 U.S. 535, as well as Kavas versus Department of Motor Vehicle. The Kavas lawsuit is in there as well. In New Jersey, the DMV process is called a judicial process, which means if you have arrears longer than 6 months, then they'll send a notice out, certified mail, and they suspend your driver's license in about 30 days. Here are the other states. New Hampshire, they practice what is called the administrative process. Child support, if you're under arrears, it will 21 days and suspend your driver's license. As well as New York, they practices the judicial process, which means 4 months arrears, and they'll send a notice, and they'll automatically suspend your driver's license. Hello, my name is Chris, and in this session, we will preview the Kavas versus DMV, as well as the strategy to all 50 states that practices the suspension of a driver's license. Let's get started. If you have comments or concerns, please email us at chrish@289.protonmail.com. And please subscribe to our channel. Also, we are asking for donations. Our videos are free. However, we do extensive research as we brought them to you. And we're asking for $25 or any amount will do. We have a website which is childsupport.newsendler.com, our masterclass, where we provide extensive research and additional research. Please check out our website. However, you can listen to us on our podcast. That's childsupport.com. You can listen to us at Spotify, Apple, Amazon. If you can't get to our website, we have an app for that. childsupport.newgenre.com, where you can preview courses, videos, free or paid courses. We have an app. As you already know, that child support is a federally funded contract known as the Title 4D. Yes, child support is a contract. And here is the New Jersey contract. The contract is between the federal government and the Department of Children and Family Services. Child support is a contract. Preview our video. It's called The History of Child Support, when the program started and when it began and how it's implemented. Please preview our video, The History of Child Support. So, there you have it. The state of New Jersey, on March 29, 2029, no longer suspend your child support. They're not participating in the child support program. And they written Judge Jacobson, and they said, "We write to apprise the court that the state no longer is going to participate in the child support program, nor the suspension of license program." There you have it. This is the letter. And the letter is Governor Phil Murphy, and it's all driver's license suspension. They're no longer suspending driver's license. And we're going to dissect where the lawsuit. Here are the critical analysis of the DMV process. Close to about 77,000 obligor default and they suspend your driver's license. And the problem is less than 1% get a hearing because the DMV automatically suspend their driver's license. And the reason is because Mary Jacobson said it violates the due process clause of the 14th Amendment. Here are the critical analysis of the DMV process. Close to about 77,000 obligor default and they suspend your driver's license. And the problem is less than 1% get a hearing because the DMV automatically suspend their driver's license. And the reason is because Mary Jacobson said it violates the due process clause of the 14th Amendment. Hold on, there is another piece of the information. And here's the case law. It's called Abelman versus Booth, 62 U.S. 506. This says, if one state made a decision to suspend the driver's license, as in the case suspension of the driver's license, the other states must abide by it. And here's the other case law. It's called Howlett versus Rose. Howlett versus Rose. In other words, if the highest court made a decision, then all other states has to abide by it, and they cannot reopen it. Again, they cannot reopen it. So there you have it. It applies to all 50 states. This is all well and good, but how do I apply it to, let's say, Washington State, New Mexico? How do you do that? How would you apply it? Well, here's an example. The Western District of Virginia, the case law is called Stinney versus Holcomb. Stinney versus Holcomb. The case number is 316-CV-00044. The Supreme Court says that it's unconstitutional. You're looking at the screen. Unconstitutional because it violates your 14th Amendment. So when we say that it can apply to all 50 states, here is the case of Virginia. It's unconstitutional to suspend your driver's license because it violates the 14th Amendment. If you know and understand the Kavas case, the Kavas versus DMV, then it can apply to all 50 states. You will see that it was applied to Virginia, which is Stinney versus Holcomb. You can apply it to all 50 states. However, I know that I made it very, very simple, but schedule a consultation and we can walk you through that. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach us at chrish.289@protonmail.com. We are asking for a donation. We do extensive research, and we give that to you for free. However, we're asking for a $25 gift, or any amount will do. There you have it. They cannot suspend your driver's license in New Jersey.